Hey, why are you washing my clothes with yours? Seriously? That's so disgusting. Ugh, I can't even. This is beyond gross.
Fiona, could you stop with the attitude for just 1 minute? I'm doing the best I can around here. Do you think I have unlimited time or energy? Separating the laundry for both of us every single day just isn't possible.
This is why you're useless. What's the point of you even living here? You know what? When Dad comes back, I'm going to make sure he kicks you out.
You know that's not how it works. Your father and I are married. He's away for work, not gone forever. In the meantime, I've been here every day, looking after you, making sure the house is clean, meals are ready, and bills are paid. You're going to school, wearing clean clothes, eating every day. Do you think any of that just happens magically?
Please, you really think I should thank you for that? You're not my mom. Don't act like you're doing me a favor just by existing. I don't need your help. And honestly, just looking at you stresses me out.
That was unnecessary. I'm not trying to replace your mother. I never said I was, but I've been in your life for over 5 years now. You were only 10 when we moved in together, and I've tried, really tried to make this work. Can't you at least try to meet me halfway?
I don't want to meet you halfway. I don't want anything from you. I have a mother, and she's a million times better than you'll ever be.
I know you have a mother, but Fiona, you haven't heard from her in over 2 years.
Because of you? She stopped calling, stopped writing, stopped everything after you came into the picture. You think I haven't noticed? She disappeared because of you. She probably couldn't stand the thought of seeing you pretend to be part of our family.
That's not fair. I never once tried to push her away. I encouraged you to keep in touch. I was the one who helped you write those letters, remember? I drove you to the post office. But sometimes, Fiona, sometimes adults make choices we don't understand. And maybe, just maybe, she had her own reasons that had nothing to do with me.
Stop pretending like you care. You don't know what it's like. You're not the one who waited by the phone every night. You're not the one who spent birthdays blowing out candles alone, wishing for a voicemail that never came. Don't you dare stand there and pretend you understand.
You're right. I can't possibly understand everything you're feeling, and I don't expect you to be okay with all this. But I'm not your enemy, Fiona. I've been trying to keep this family from falling apart, not just for your dad, but for you, because whether you want to admit it or not, I care about you.
You care? That's rich. You care so much that you shoved your way into our lives and now you act like we owe you something. You want a gold star for doing laundry and cooking dinner? Please.
I'm not asking for a gold star. I'm asking for a little basic human respect. I do the laundry for both of us. I buy the groceries. I stay up when you're sick. I show up at your school events, even when you act like I'm invisible. I'm not trying to take your mother's place, but I am trying to be here.
I never asked you to be here.
And I never expected this to be easy. But Fiona, this anger you're carrying, it's not just about me. I think a part of you is still waiting for your mom to come back. And I get it, I really do. But shutting everyone else out, especially the people who are actually here for you, is only going to hurt you more in the long run.
I didn't ask her to leave.
I know, sweetheart. And it wasn't your fault.
Don't call me sweetheart. You don't get to act like we're close. You don't get to say kind things now, not after all these years.
Then I'll just say this once more. I'm not perfect. I mess up. I get tired, and I don't always say the right thing, but I have never stopped trying. 5 years, Fiona. I've stayed because I believed, still believe, there's something here worth fighting for. You don't have to love me. You don't even have to like me. But don't pretend like I've done nothing.
It's just, it hurts. When I think about her, when I think about how everything changed, and you're just a reminder that she's not here.
Maybe that's true. And maybe I'll always be a reminder of what you lost. But Fiona, you don't have to lose everything. Not when there are people who are still here, still trying, still hoping you'll let them in, even just a little.
Hey, did the documents I sent by mail arrive yet?
Documents? No, I haven't gotten anything. Did you send me something?
Yes. Well, when they do arrive, please just fill them out and return them quickly. I don't want to have to chase you down over this.
Fine. By the way, I still haven't heard your return dates for your temporary visit to the States this month. I wanted to talk to you about Fiona's college plans. She says she's going to apply, but I think she's still unsure. She's also been talking to her teacher about maybe going to a vocational school instead. Her teacher asked if you could be involved. They said it would be good for her if both parents supported her decision.
Yeah, I'm not interested in any of that. Let her do what she wants. I don't plan to discuss it.
What? She's your daughter.
I know, but I'm busy here. I've got my own life now.
You suddenly moved to Singapore without a proper explanation, left everything to me. Do you realize how chaotic things were here afterward? What exactly is your international assignment supposed to end?
That's none of your concern anymore. You're always nagging. Just stop contacting me. I'm not coming back anytime soon anyway. Things are better here. Honestly, there's no reason for me to return to the U.S.
Excuse me? Fiona is still here. Your daughter is here, living her life without you.
If dealing with Fiona is too much for you, just let her real mom handle it.
What the hell are you saying? We agreed together that it would be best not to contact her biological mother. You were the one who said it was too disruptive, that it would confuse Fiona.
I don't care anymore. You said yourself you know her contact info, right? Let her handle it.
I'm sorry, but no. I won't be the one to tell Fiona to call the mother she hasn't seen in 10 years. She's my daughter now. That's what we agreed when we adopted her. You're just running away because it's easier.
I'm not running. I'm just done with all this. Just send in the divorce papers already.
Wait, divorce papers?
So, you got the divorce papers, huh? Sent straight from Dad himself. Guess this means he's finally free. About time, honestly. Looks like I wasn't the only one who couldn't stand you. What a relief.
You heard that from your father? Yes, the documents arrived this morning.
God, that's hilarious. Like, actually laugh out loud funny. Imagine waking up and getting divorce papers out of nowhere. Total humiliation. How unloved do you have to be for someone to do that? I mean, seriously, who even gets dumped by mail? You must be one of a kind.
Is that all you came to say?
Wow, you're really trying to act tough now? Don't take your anger out on me just because Dad finally ditched you. I never liked you, and maybe he didn't either. Just admit it. He probably married you out of convenience, that's all.
You really feel confident making claims like that based on nothing?
Look at her. Granny's getting mad. Come on, it's obvious. He needed someone to cook, clean, take care of the house. I was in middle school. Dad was swamped with work. You were just a live-in maid. He didn't have to pay. Nothing more.
Trying to provoke me, are you?
Nope. I'm just enjoying myself now that things are going exactly how I wanted. Didn't I tell you a million times to get out of this house? So? Now that Dad sent the divorce papers, how does it feel to be officially unwanted? We're not family anymore. You are nothing. So do us all a favor and pack your things.
No, you're the one who'll be leaving.
What?
You've been flapping your mouth all morning trying to push me out. Maybe that wasn't the wisest move, because I've decided this ends today. I'm done supporting you. I've been insulted and treated like trash by you, by your father. But now? Now I'm furious, and I finally see things clearly.
What are you talking about? You're just mad because you got dumped. This isn't my fault.
I said, pack your things. You'll be leaving my house.
Your house? Okay, now I know you've lost it. We moved here right after the wedding. Dad rented this place. You moved in later. This isn't your home. What, you planning to rob Dad for some kind of settlement and claim the house? Nice try, but he's way above your league. You're not winning anything.
There's no competition. This house, it's legally mine. I owned it before I ever met your father.
Wait, what?
Your father rented this house from me. I let him move in as a tenant. Eventually, things changed and we got married. But make no mistake, this property is in my name. It was part of my investment portfolio long before your father showed up.
That can't be. You're lying.
I own multiple properties. Some inherited, some purchased myself. You and Ryan have been living here rent-free because I allowed it. That ends today.
No, this doesn't make any sense. Why would Dad never mention that?
Because he was benefiting. He probably didn't want to admit he moved into a house his wife owned. Maybe it bruised his ego. Maybe he just liked having someone else pick up the tab. Either way, this is my house. And you're no longer welcome here.
Wait, hold on. You can't just throw me out.
Actually, I can. You were so eager to remind me we're not family anymore. Well, then you're just another tenant, and this tenant's being evicted. I'll be listing the property for new occupants next month. You'll need to leave before then.
Where am I supposed to go?
Why not your real mother? You've always said she's around. Even if she vanished after gambling away Ryan's savings and drank herself into rehab, you still bragged about how she was better than me.
I didn't know you knew all that.
You think I didn't notice the bank withdrawals? The late night crying? You think I didn't care? I stayed quiet. I tried to be patient. I tolerated being called names under my own roof for years, but I'm not tolerating it anymore.
Please. I can't move to Grandma's. That's 3 hours away. What about school? My friends? Think about this for a second, please.
Oh, now you want me to think things through? Where was that attitude when you were ordering me out like a dog, calling me names in front of Ryan, treating me like a parasite when I was the one paying for everything? You don't get to ask for kindness from someone you treated like garbage.
But I'm 17. You can't do this.
17 is old enough to understand consequences, old enough to know how your words affect others. You had 5 years to try and build a bond, or at least mutual respect. Instead, you mocked me, dismissed me, and now you're reaping what you sowed.
I'll call Dad. He'll help me. You'll get us a new place. He won't let you do this.
Go ahead. Call him, if he ever answers. He's overseas now, remember? Stationed long-term. And from what I've seen, he's not exactly racing to come back and help.
He has money. He'll fix this.
Maybe. But you better start packing anyway. Whether you move into a hotel, your grandmother's, or your mother's rehab center, I don't care. But you're leaving.
Fine. We'll leave. I'll never forgive you for this.
And I won't lose sleep over that. Good luck out there. You'll need it.
Wait, so we really have to be out of this house by the end of the month? That's not even possible. Like, realistically, there's no way.
Well, possible or not, that's the reality. I've already found a new tenant. The paperwork is signed and I've scheduled a cleaning service. You have until the 30th to move out.
That's seriously harsh. You're not even going to ask about my situation?
Why would I? Have you ever once asked about mine? Not even once. So forgive me if I don't suddenly feel like listening to yours now. Funny how that works, isn't it?
That's not the point. This is serious. I even tried to contact Dad, but things are a mess. He said he can't come back. Something happened. Something bad.
Oh, what a surprise. Not.
What do you mean, not a surprise? He told me something really weird. He said he's out of money and can't afford to return right now. But honestly, I think he's lying. I think he left you because of some woman over there. Probably got himself caught up with someone who just wanted his money. Wouldn't be the first time, right?
That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. In fact, I suspected as much. Your father always had a particular weakness when it came to women who flattered him, especially the type that comes with a price tag.
Wait, are you serious? You think he got scammed?
Let me guess. He met a woman at some upscale lounge, probably working there. She said she'd quit her job for him, if only he supported her financially. Then she vanished, after draining his accounts. I'd bet on it.
But he had money. He always did. We lived on his salary, didn't we?
No, you lived on my money. Your father never sent more than a few allowances here and there, especially after he moved abroad. I paid the rent, the groceries, the bills, everything. You just assumed he was covering it because it was easier that way, didn't you?
Wait, what? No, there's no way. You're saying this whole time you were supporting us?
Yes. And now that I'm finally rid of your father, that support is ending.
Then what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go?
I told you already. Call your grandmother, or reconnect with your mother if she's out of rehab. Figure it out. Because I won't be answering your questions anymore. We're no longer connected. Not legally, not emotionally, not anything.
Are you kidding me? You can't just throw me away like trash.
You've been trying to throw me out for years. Isn't this what you always wanted?
5 years! We lived together for 5 years! You really never cared? I don't know. I thought maybe you saw me as something, not just some obligation.
Oh no, I never saw you as a daughter. Not for a single day.
What?
You weren't a daughter. You were a burden. I took care of you out of duty, not affection, and I thanked every god I could that you weren't my real child. You've been cruel since day one. Dismissive, arrogant, nasty. You constantly made me question my worth, question who I was, but not anymore. This is closure, and I welcome it.
You think you're so perfect? You're just a bitter woman who couldn't hold on to a man. You think Dad left just because of money? Maybe it was you. Maybe he just got tired of you.
Maybe he did. But that's his mistake, not mine. And you're just the echo of his selfishness.
So what now? You really expect me to pack up and leave in 2 weeks?
Yes.
I don't have anywhere to go. Grandma's house is 3 hours away. There's no way I can keep attending school from there. And I can't just find a new place overnight. I don't have any money. I'm still in high school. I only have 6 months left before I graduate. Can't you just wait 6 months?
No. I waited 5 years. You wasted every chance to build trust with me. Now that window is closed.
I'm begging you. Just 6 months. That's all I need.
And what about tuition?
What?
Your plans for college, or trade school, or whatever it is. Who's going to pay for that?
I don't know.
Not my problem. Figure it out.
You're heartless!
No. I was heartless for staying silent while you and your father mocked me for years. I was heartless for paying your expenses while you spat in my face. Now I'm just being honest.
Please, I don't have anyone else.
You had me. And you burned that bridge a long time ago.
This isn't fair.
No. What's not fair is how I let myself believe I could ever belong in your world. You and your father used me, mocked me, and discarded me. Now I'm finally doing the same. You're on your own. Figure it out.
I'll tell Dad everything you said.
Go ahead. He won't even pick up.
This can't be happening.
It already has. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a new life to begin, and I intend to enjoy every moment of it.
Hey! What the hell do you mean telling Fiona to move out? She just called me crying her eyes out, totally panicking. You can't seriously be throwing her out like that. I'm stuck over here. I can't even afford a flight back to the States. Things are falling apart. My company found out about everything, and now I might lose my job. You can't do this. Leave Fiona there at least. You were like a mother to her, weren't you? Don't you have even a shred of human decency?
Excuse me? First of all, I was never her mother. You really don't get it, do you? You both lived in my house for years, rent-free, and I covered every single expense. Groceries, utilities, school fees, clothes. You two lived off me while I got treated like the unpaid maid. So maybe, just maybe, show a little gratitude. And yes, now that the marriage is over, I'll be filing for alimony. I think that's fair.
Alimony? Are you insane?
Oh, I don't expect to collect it easily. But with the way things are going, you'll probably end up stealing from your company again to survive. What is this, your second time now? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice? Well, that's the legal system's problem now.
How do you even know that? Yeah, fine. Maybe I was desperate, okay? But now everything's collapsing. I was counting on using my last paycheck to fly back home. If I get fired, I'll have nothing. No money, no home. Even if I return to the States, I have nowhere to go. You're really gonna throw Fiona out too? What the hell do you want me to do?
Live your own life, Ryan. Figure it out. You're a grown man. Well, technically. Maybe try being a father for once, instead of a walking disaster. Fiona's your daughter. Step up for her.
Okay, maybe we can fix this. I'll come back to Japan. We'll talk, sort things out. We can try again for Fiona.
Try again? Are you out of your damn mind? You really think I'd let you back into my life after everything you've done?
It wasn't that bad. We can work through this.
Oh my god. You sent me divorce papers in the mail, without warning. Do you have any idea how humiliating that was? You were already gone, ghosting both of us, and then a manila envelope shows up like, thanks for playing, game over? You don't get to come crawling back now just because the woman you ditched me for turned out to be a scammer.
I didn't know. I was tricked.
Oh, I know. You fell for some sketchy hostess club girl, right? She told you she loved you, but she just needed you to invest in her. And then poof, gone with all your money. You're textbook pathetic.
But I've hit rock bottom now. Doesn't that count for something?
It counts as karma. And honestly, I'm enjoying the view.
Please, Regina, don't leave us like this. Don't leave me like this.
Oh no, don't get it twisted. I'm not leaving anyone. You left me. And now you're facing the consequences of your own selfishness. Honestly, I should be thanking you. That envelope you sent me, the divorce papers. They were a gift, the final nail in a coffin I should have buried years ago.
We can fix this. Just tear them up. Let's start fresh.
You really don't get it. This is not some rom-com. There's no fresh start, no teary reunion. There's just a worn-out woman finally free of the dead weight dragging her down.
I can't believe this. So you're really kicking Fiona out too?
She told me to get out first, remember? Told me I was nothing, that I was just a glorified maid. She laughed when she thought you'd dumped me, mocked me to my face. So forgive me if I don't feel inclined to keep her under my roof.
But she's a kid!
She's 17. Old enough to understand what consequences are. Old enough to have not treated me like garbage for 5 years.
Please, just give her 6 more months!
You gave me 5 years of misery. Now I'm giving you 0 months of mercy.
So this is really it?
This is the end. And honestly, it's been a long time coming. Don't call me again, Ryan. I don't want to hear your voice. I don't want to read your emails. I'm not your wife. I'm not your family. You're just a name I'm erasing from my life.
Fiona's going to hate you!
She already does. Nothing new there. But one day she'll realize that the only person who destroyed her safety net was you.
So that's it!
That's it. Goodbye, Ryan. And thanks for mailing the divorce papers. Saves me the trouble. It's been a year since everything unraveled. 12 full months have passed since I closed the door on that chapter of my life, and I can finally say that peace has returned. These days, I live at my own pace, slow, steady, and deeply intentional. I wake up when I want, enjoy my morning tea in silence, and no longer feel that nagging tension in my chest. On weekends, I've taken up yoga again, something I'd put on the back burner for far too long. The quiet rhythm of my days, paired with the joy of stretching both my body and my spirit, has brought a new kind of fulfillment I never imagined I could feel again. Sometimes, peace doesn't come in a dramatic wave. It sneaks in, moment by moment, breath by breath. Recently, through an old acquaintance of my former in-laws, I heard what became of Ryan and Fiona. Apparently, the glamorous life they once flaunted like trophies has vanished completely. The two of them now live at Ryan's family home in the countryside of Colorado. Gone are the luxury condos, designer handbags, and rooftop dinners. Instead, their days begin at 4 a.m., spent out in the fields tending to crops. From sunrise to long after sunset, they labor, planting, harvesting, packing produce for shipment. It's not glamorous, it's not easy, but it's real work, grueling, physical, and relentless. Fiona, once obsessed with documenting every curated moment of her life on social media, has disappeared from every platform. She's no longer active on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok. Her carefully crafted image has crumbled. From what I've been told, she dropped out of high school. The money she once relied on, whether from Ryan or his family, has run dry. They couldn't afford her tuition anymore, so now she attends a remote learning high school while also working in the fields to contribute. At first, she rebelled. She reportedly screamed about how much she hated the countryside, how she couldn't stand the bugs, the mud, the silence. She ranted about how she didn't belong in a place like that, how it was all beneath her. But eventually, the reality hit her. When your survival depends on your effort, tantrums don't change much. Apparently, she's quieted down. Life has a way of humbling even the loudest people. Ryan, on the other hand, is still drowning in the debt he racked up during his wild spending spree in Singapore. The fine dining, the tailored suits, the luxury accommodations, none of it was sustainable. He had been living on borrowed money and borrowed time, and it finally caught up with him. Now he works part-time at the local agricultural cooperative. The same man who used to boast about business-class flights and five-star hotels now lives in a small annex next to his parents' farmhouse, doing hard labor during the day and counting pennies at night. The Armani suits have been replaced with sun-bleached overalls and work gloves. Every luxury item he once proudly displayed, gone, sold off to chip away at his mountain of debt. And yet, every now and then, I still get reminders that he hasn't let go completely. Occasionally, I'll come home and see that I've missed a call, only to find a voicemail from Ryan, sobbing, begging, whispering apologies through broken cries. He talks about regret, about wishing he could turn back time. But those voicemails? I don't even listen to the full message anymore. As soon as I hear his voice, I delete them, instantly. His sorrow is not my responsibility. I've spent enough of my life cleaning up after his messes. I don't owe him empathy, or closure, or a second thought. The other day, I was sitting in the lounge of my new condo. Yes, new. I finally invested in a place of my own, somewhere I chose, that I designed and filled with things that reflect who I truly am. I was sipping tea, watching the cityscape through the floor-to-ceiling windows when a strange feeling came over me. Not bitterness, not even triumph, just clarity, a quiet understanding. This is karma. This is what it looks like when the universe restores balance. Ryan and Fiona both took advantage of the kindness they were given. They spat on the goodwill of others, mocked those they saw as beneath them, and truly believed they could act without consequence. But consequences always come, even if they arrive slowly. Fiona used to laugh at people who did manual labor. I remember her sneering once, calling certain jobs bottom of the barrel. She believed herself superior simply because she lived in a nice apartment and wore brand-name shoes. But now, that bottom-of-the-barrel work is her lifeline. The only way she can afford basic necessities is by helping elderly neighbors with their farming in exchange for small change. She even tried to find more stable part-time work recently, applied at several local grocery stores, but with her education listed as incomplete and high school dropout stamped across her record, she didn't get a single call back. No one wants to hire someone with a sense of entitlement and no qualifications to back it up. There's something poetic in the reversal. The girl who used to roll her eyes at ordinary people now has to rely on their generosity to make ends meet. Life has a way of teaching the lessons arrogance refuses to learn. And me? Next week, I'm flying to Hawaii with a few close friends. It's been years since I've taken a real vacation, and I plan to soak up every second of it. Sun, sea, sand, and laughter. We're staying in a lovely beachfront resort, and I'm not bringing any emotional baggage with me. No old wounds, no ghosts from the past. Just the lightness of freedom, of choosing joy over bitterness. When people ask me if I ever think about Ryan and Fiona, if I wonder what might have been had they made different choices, I smile politely and shake my head. That door is closed. The chapter is done. All I see now is the road ahead. Because that's the thing about life. It moves forward whether you're ready or not. You can either keep dragging the weight of your past or let it go and walk freely. I've chosen the latter. I don't wish them harm. I don't lie awake at night fantasizing about revenge or retribution. What happened to them is enough. The universe has taken care of that, and honestly, I'm too busy living to worry about people who are stuck in the consequences of their own making. I've rebuilt, not just my life, but my self-worth, my confidence, my dreams. I've stopped measuring myself by how others see me and started living in alignment with what I value, and every time I see Sam laugh or every time I make a decision without fear, I'm reminded of how far I've come. Ryan and Fiona taught me a painful lesson, but they also gave me a gift. They pushed me to reclaim my life, and that, more than anything, is what I hold on to. Sometimes I wonder if they ever sit under that wide, empty sky and feel it pressing down on them, not just the physical exhaustion from the farm work, but the emotional weight of their choices. Do they still think it was worth it? The betrayal, the lies, the selfishness? Or do they now understand that all those shortcuts they took, all the people they stepped on, only led them to a dead end? It doesn't matter. Whether they regret it or not doesn't change anything for me. I've carved out a life that has nothing to do with them anymore. My days are my own. My peace is mine. And the best part is knowing that every step forward I take is rooted in truth. Not fantasy, not manipulation, but something real.
You know, I honestly didn't want you here. You're such an eyesore. But hey, I figured I should at least pretend to be grateful that I invited my ugly little sister. So if you don't like it, feel free to leave.
Invited me? You invited me?
No, I didn't. It was Mom and Dad. They wouldn't shut up about how it would look bad if my little sister wasn't at the wedding. Reputation and appearances and blah, blah, blah. Seriously, even I didn't want you here. Why are you even bothering to show up? You could have just declined the invitation. But no, of course not. You had to show up like it's some kind of statement, like you're trying to prove something. You're such a petty bitch, you know that?
Petty? Me? You're the one who went out of your way to not have a single plate of food prepared for me. Don't act like I'm the one being malicious here.
Oh, please, you weren't even supposed to be here. Why on earth would I order food for someone who wasn't actually meant to attend? Use your brain for once.
What the hell is wrong with you? Why do you always do this? Why do you go out of your way to humiliate me? You've been mocking me since we were kids, picking at me, laughing at me behind my back. Why do you hate me so much? What did I ever do to you?
You want to know why? It's simple. Because from the day you were born, you were the one who got everything handed to you. You were the cute little sister, the baby, the one everyone doted on. You never had to earn anything. Attention, love, compliments, they just came to you. And me, I was the older sister, the one expected to give way, to be mature, to endure, and I did, for years. So don't you dare act like you're the victim here. If I treat you like shit, it's because someone had to remind you that you're not special. You're just an overrated, average-looking nobody. And the best part, you'll never get married, not like me.
You keep throwing that in my face like it means something. As if being married somehow erases the fact that you slept with my boyfriends multiple times.
Oh, please. If your boyfriends cheated, maybe you were the problem. You ever think of that? People talk, you know. Everyone always said I was the prettier one. Better in bed, too. Let's be honest. Your face, it's depressing. And apparently, so is everything else about you in the bedroom. You're a total flop as a woman. Me, I'm beautiful. I walk into a room and people smile. They want to be near me. You make people uncomfortable just by existing. So yeah, I do what I want, and people laugh, and they forgive me. Because I'm worth forgiving.
I'm not that ugly.
You sure about that? Have you seen yourself in a mirror recently? You're a walking buzzkill. People actively avoid you. Just being here at my wedding is making guests uncomfortable. So unless you plan on bursting into tears and leaving dramatically, just shut up and stay out of the way. I'm the bride. I'm busy. And I don't have time for your whining. If you don't like how things are, then get the hell out of my venue.
We're done.
What?
Alex, you're not seriously leaving, are you? If you're not here, I don't think I can go through with this.
Kevin, of course I'm not actually leaving. God, you seriously thought I'd just walk out?
I mean, you were heading for the exit. You messaged me that you were leaving, and I panicked. You said the only thing you were looking forward to at this wedding was the food, and now this.
Exactly. I was looking forward to the food. You think I came here for her? For my perfect sister and her picture-perfect life? Hell no. I showed up because I wanted to at least get one decent meal before all the inevitable fake smiles and behind-the-back gossip started. But no, she couldn't even let me have that. She went out of her way to make sure I didn't get a single plate.
Honestly, that was beyond petty. I was expecting her to say some nasty stuff, maybe even dump a drink on you, but to not have any food prepared for you, that's cold!
I even brought a spare outfit, you know. I anticipated something childish. Water, wine, maybe a little cake in the face. I was prepared for humiliation. But the silent kind, the passive-aggressive kind, that's the kind that really cuts deep. It's like she wanted to make sure I felt invisible, unwanted, undeserving.
You didn't deserve that. None of it.
Don't worry, I'm not walking out. As much as I want to slap that smug look off her face and disappear, I'm not giving her the satisfaction. She twisted into a story about me being jealous and attention-starved.
Thank God. When you turned your back like that, I swear my heart dropped into my stomach.
Sorry for the scare, but I needed a moment to breathe. After everything she said, I needed space, or I might have done something I'd regret.
No regrets today, only plans.
You're damn right. This is our moment now. Her games stop here.
You know, even after all the things you told me about her, I didn't expect that. Not like this, not so openly cruel. I have a younger brother, and sure, we fight sometimes, but I'd never talk to him like she talked to you. She didn't just insult you, she annihilated you in front of everyone and laughed about it.
You're acting like this is news. Rena's been this way our entire lives. You've seen glimpses of it before. You just didn't think she'd go this far.
I guess I held out hope that maybe she's just high-strung or overly proud. But now I see her for what she really is.
And yet, she still thinks she's untouchable. Still thinks she's the golden child, the flawless bride. But that illusion's about to shatter.
You really think she's not going to see this coming?
Oh, she won't. Because people like her never think they're the ones who'll fall. They get away with everything for so long, they start thinking the rules don't apply to them. But today we show her just how wrong she is.
All right then, let's do it. Let's show her what our version of justice looks like.
Remember, you're the key to this. This entire farce of a ceremony hinges on you. The moment you speak, the whole castle crumbles.
I've got this. It's time we took back the narrative. No more letting her control the story.
Exactly. Let's turn her fairy tale into a cautionary tale.
Kevin, what the hell was that? Everyone thought it was some kind of fun little wedding slideshow, and then that video started playing?
You mean the video of you making out with a man who wasn't your groom? Yeah, I thought it added a little spice to the ceremony. Definitely got everyone's attention.
You planned that? You knew? You knew about the affair and just waited until our wedding day just to show it to everyone? What the hell is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? I'm not the one who got caught lip-locked with some guy in a parking garage 2 nights before her wedding. That wasn't just a kiss either, Rena. The full footage is even more revealing. What you saw was just the opening act. Trust me, the rest leaves very little to the imagination.
You did this as revenge? You knew and you still went through with the ceremony just to publicly shame me? If you were so disgusted, you should have just called off the wedding like a normal person. You didn't have to do this in front of everyone. My friends, my family.
That was the point, Rena. I wanted them to see. I wanted everyone to see exactly who you are when you think no one's watching. I didn't just want to walk away. I wanted the truth to come with me.
You've ruined everything! I can't even show my face out there now! I ran off stage and I could hear people gasping, whispering, some even yelling my name. My parents are furious!
They should be. I mean, it's not like this was some little private disagreement. You humiliated yourself. You just finally ran out of places to hide.
I can't believe you'd go this far just because I made one mistake!
One mistake? You've been cheating on me for months. Multiple guys, multiple lies. You think I don't know about the hotel stays, the burner phone? I let you think I didn't know because I was watching. I've been watching you this whole time.
So this was all a setup. The proposal, the wedding planning, all of it. You strung me along just to ruin me?
No. At first, I loved you. I believed in you. I wanted to spend my life with you. Then I started seeing cracks, hearing rumors. When I finally confirmed what you were doing behind my back, I had a choice. I could walk away quietly, or I could give you exactly what you gave me. Betrayal. But I'd do it better, cleaner, in front of a crowd.
You're insane! Who does something like this? You planned a wedding just to destroy me? People aren't going to take your side. They'll think you're a monster for humiliating a woman at her own wedding.
Oh, please, don't pull the victim card now. You're the one who decided to sleep around while we were planning our future. You're the one who smiled at me in front of our guests and kissed another man behind my back. You're not the victim here, Rena. You're just finally being held accountable.
You didn't have to do this. You could have just walked away, called it off. Why ruin it like this? A wedding is a once-in-a-lifetime moment for a woman. I dreamed of this day since I was a kid. You destroyed everything.
Yeah, well, I dreamed of a life with someone who actually loved me. You destroyed that. So forgive me if I don't give a damn about your childhood fantasies.
You're evil. This isn't justice. This is sadistic.
No, this is balance. I'm not doing this because I enjoy watching you fall apart. I'm doing it because you've walked away from every other mess you created, smiling, untouched. But not this time. This time you fall in the mess you made.
You don't get it. This is going to follow me for the rest of my life. My family, my job, everyone was here. Everyone saw that video. I can't just walk away from this. You trapped me.
Exactly. That was the idea. You've escaped before. You cheated, lied, broke hearts, and walked away like nothing happened. But a wedding? You can't vanish from a wedding. You're the bride. Everyone's watching you. Once the ceremony starts, you're practically captive. There's no hiding behind excuses or fake tears.
You're a monster.
I'm just the mirror. You don't like the reflection? That's on you.
No one's going to believe you're the good guy in this. They'll see what you did, how you planned a wedding just to destroy me. They'll call you unhinged. They'll sympathize with me.
Let's see, shall we? A cheating bride caught on video. Groom delivers the footage during the ceremony. Guests witness everything. Family hears it firsthand. The evidence is irrefutable. Now you tell me, who do you think they're gonna believe?
You were never like this before. So cold, so cruel.
You made me this way. Piece by piece, lie by lie. You killed the man who loved you. All that's left is someone who finally sees you for what you are.
I'll fix this. I'll explain. I'll tell them you manipulated me.
Do what you want, but the damage is done. You wanted a perfect wedding? Well, you got unforgettable instead.
Why? Why did it have to be like this?
Because someone had to end the cycle, and it sure as hell wasn't going to be you.
Where the hell is everyone? The noise finally died down, so I came out thinking it was safe, and now there's no one here? Where did everybody go? Where's my maid of honor? Where are my guests?
They're gone. All of them. The guests left, the ceremony's over, canceled.
What do you mean, canceled? You can't just decide that on your own. You don't get to pull the plug on our wedding like that.
I didn't decide it on my own. You did. Or rather, the version of you that couldn't stay faithful long enough to even make it to the vows did.
Oh, don't put this on me. That video you played, you dropped it like a bomb and then just stood there while everyone freaked out. You humiliated me in front of everyone, and now you're acting like this was some foregone conclusion?
It was a foregone conclusion. You just didn't see it coming because you were too busy sneaking around behind my back.
You're seriously ending the wedding over this? Over a mistake? A moment? You don't even want to talk about it first?
Oh, believe me, there's nothing left to talk about. You made your choices, Rena. All I did was shine a spotlight on them.
We can't afford to do another wedding. You think I have the money to start over? We spent everything on this day.
Guess you should have thought of that before you went crawling into someone else's car 2 nights ago. Or do you want to go for round 2 of Rena's greatest hits on screen?
You're just walking away like this? After everything we've built? Everything we've planned?
There's no we anymore. We're done. I already announced it to our families. This engagement is off.
You announced what? Are you out of your mind? How could you just break off our engagement in front of our relatives?
How could you cheat on your fiancé and still expect to walk down the aisle like nothing happened? That's what surprises me. I don't know how your mind works, honestly. You thought, what, I'd just shrug it off? Pretend none of it mattered?
You're acting like you're the victim here. I'm the one who had her wedding ruined in front of 100 people. I'm the one who's going to be laughed at, pitied, dragged through the mud.
Rena, the wedding was ruined because of you! This didn't fall apart by accident. You wrecked it the moment you decided I wasn't enough. If you'd stayed faithful, if you'd even respected me a little, we'd be celebrating right now. But you made your choice, and I made mine.
Well, I have to say, that was way more exciting than I expected. What a performance. Definitely not your average wedding reception.
Yeah, no kidding. I knew it would be messy, but I didn't expect the sheer chaos. The guests were stunned. My relatives looked like they were ready to explode. And her side, they went pale like they'd seen a ghost.
Well, can you blame them? Watching your own daughter's affair broadcast on a giant screen in front of 100 people tends to have that effect. Even I had trouble sitting through it. And I made that damn video.
You did great. Seriously, thank you. I couldn't have done any of this without you.
Please, don't get all sentimental on me now. I didn't just do it for you. Getting to destroy Rena in front of a crowd, that was satisfying on so many levels. You're not the only one she's hurt, remember?
Yeah, I haven't forgotten.
Your parents, though. I couldn't believe it. Even after everything she did, they still tried to defend her. God, the favoritism was disgusting.
They always sided with her when she stole my fiancé, when she lied, when she manipulated everyone around her. They still looked at me like I was the problem. You know what my mom used to say?
Let me guess. Pretty girls get what they want?
Close. She said, it's only natural for the prettier sister to marry first. You're selfish for trying to get engaged before her. You should have known better. That was the logic they used to justify her stealing my previous engagement. I was out of line for being happy before their golden girl.
That's not favoritism. That's delusion. I can't believe they actually said that with a straight face. But hey, at least today wiped that smugness right off their faces.
Yeah, watching them get cornered by my uncle and aunt, forced to bow and apologize in front of everyone, that was satisfying in a way I didn't think possible.
Oh, it was glorious. Your uncle was relentless. He looked like he was about to breathe fire.
He knew the truth. I told him everything in advance. Told him there'd be a scene. Told him not to hold back.
He didn't, trust me. The way he tore into them, I could feel secondhand shame from 10 feet away.
It's ironic, isn't it? I spent so long trying to keep the peace, trying to be the good son, the good fiancé, and it all fell apart anyway. Turns out doing the right thing means not staying silent.
No, it means calling people out when they cross the line, even if they're family, especially if they're family.
Yeah, Today wasn't just about ending things with Rena, it was about setting boundaries. For once in my life, I didn't let them talk over me or guilt me into staying quiet.
Well, you sure made a statement. And let's be real, that look on Rena's face when the video started, absolute priceless. She went from smug to panicked in under 5 seconds.
She thought I'd never find out, or if I did, I'd be too spineless to do anything about it.
She really underestimated you. Typical narcissist move. She thought she had everyone wrapped around her finger.
She used to, but not anymore.
Well, I'm glad it worked out. It was messy, sure, but damn. Watching that smug little wedding blow up in her face, worth every second of editing nausea.
Editing nausea?
Yeah, even I got queasy scrubbing through all that footage. Seeing her all over that guy in his car, at the cafe, sneaking out of hotels, it was enough to make me want to bleach my eyes.
I can't believe she was that reckless.
That's what arrogance does. She forgot that people watch, people talk, and some of us record.
I owe you more than I can ever say.
I don't need thanks. I got exactly what I wanted. Rena publicly shamed, your family humbled, and you finally free of that walking nightmare.
You leaving already?
I was thinking about it. I've seen enough explosions for one day.
You sure? There might still be fireworks. I saw Rena's cousin storming over to your mom. Could be a second act on the way.
Alex, please come back to the venue. This is bad, really bad. I need your help.
Oh, Rena, I never left. I'm still at the venue. But even if you're begging for help, there's not much I can do. Why don't you just come out of the dressing room and face it?
Are you insane? How am I supposed to walk out there after what happened? I just changed out of my wedding dress and suddenly all my exes start showing up like it's some kind of reunion.
It really was something. What was it? Almost 10 of them? From shy-looking guys to rough biker types. You really don't discriminate, do you? And surprise, my ex-fiancé is among them too.
Exactly! You know him! Can't you say something to calm him down?
Absolutely not. Why would I talk to a man who betrayed me because of you? You wouldn't want to talk to one of your exes either, would you? You're only asking me because they were your exes. But newsflash, they're mine too now.
I know, but they're not as mad at you as they are at me!
Maybe not, but I'm furious with all of them. So no, I'm not helping. This disaster, you brought it on yourself. I think I'll just stay here and enjoy watching the beautiful chaos you've created.
Oh my god, you're seriously just going to stand there and do nothing? What kind of sister are you? You're not even that pretty. What, now you're not even nice?
Right, I'm not pretty, and I'm not kind. You always made that clear, didn't you? Everyone hates the ugly sister, right? So don't count on anyone listening to me. You're the gorgeous one, the crowd pleaser. So go on, work your magic. Good luck.
Wait, Alex, don't go. Please, help me.
Wow, you really climbed out the window of the dressing room? Unbelievable. You've hit a new level of pathetic.
What else was I supposed to do? Everyone out there is ready to rip me apart. Of course I ran. Why is no one on my side?
Because you cheated on all of them. You led them on, used them, and tossed them aside. You made your bed. Now lie in it.
That's not true. I didn't betray anyone. The ones who betrayed me were Kevin and you.
Excuse me? Me? You've got to be kidding.
I heard you, near the dressing room door. You and Kevin were whispering something shady. He may have orchestrated this, but you helped him. You ruined my wedding. You're sleeping with him, aren't you? That's the only reason you do this. You just wanted to be happy and stomped all over me to get it.
Wow, you're really spiraling. No, Rena, I didn't betray you, and I'm not sleeping with Kevin. Unlike you, I don't need to destroy someone to get what I want.
Don't lie. You hate me. You've always hated me.
You're right, I do hate you, but I wouldn't stoop low enough to sleep with your ex just for revenge. Besides, I don't think anyone would believe that the ugly sister could steal someone like Kevin, right?
But you and Kevin go way back. You were childhood friends. There's history there.
Yeah, we grew up together, so what? Kevin gave me permission to tell you, so here it is. I'm not just some jilted sister helping out a friend.
What are you talking about?
I'm a private investigator. Kevin came to me months ago. He hired me to investigate your cheating. That's what this is. You were my client's fiancé, not my rival.
You're a detective?
That's right. After you stole my fiancé years ago and I had no legal proof, I swore I'd never be that helpless again. So, I became someone who could find the truth, for myself and for people like Kevin.
So you've been working behind my back? Giving him all the evidence?
Every photo, every conversation, every ex-boyfriend, even tracking them down and setting out the wedding invitations, that was me. I wasn't even planning to attend the ceremony, but Kevin asked me to because he didn't want to face you alone. And I said yes, not as his lover, but as his investigator. So no, Rena, we're not together.
You're just saying that. Kevin chose you for a reason. There has to be something going on.
God, you're exhausting. You're just trying to spin this around to make yourself the victim. Even if I were with Kevin, what would it matter? It wouldn't change what you did. But, just to crush your little fantasy, I'm already married.
Wait, what?
Married 2 years ago. I didn't tell you because I knew you'd throw a fit or come crawling with some fake apology. We registered quietly when I cut off contact with the family.
You got married before me? No, that's not fair. You're supposed to be the loser. I'm the pretty one. I'm the one everyone wants.
Guess being pretty doesn't mean much when you're hollow inside. Oh, and by the way, my husband's also a private investigator. He says I'm cute, small, and just the right amount of curvy. When I showed him your photo, he said you looked sickly and brittle. Thought you were dieting yourself into an early grave.
Shut up! Why would anyone pick you? You're ugly, you're short, you're fat. There's nothing good about you.
And yet, here we are, you crying in a storage closet at your own wedding. Me, married, happy, and watching you implode. All those years you insulted me, mocked me, humiliated me. Now you can finally see how meaningless your beauty really is.
This is the worst day of my life. I've never felt so humiliated. You of all people, beating me?
This wasn't a competition, Rena. But if it were, you lost the moment you decided being adored mattered more than being decent. You wanted to know how it feels to be hated just for how you look? Now you know. And guess what? You'll never get married. Not after this. Because your life, as you knew it, is already over.
Alex, please, I'm begging you. Help me. You're a private investigator, right? You can fix this. You can do something. I'm being attacked from every direction. I'm drowning.
Fix it? You think this is one of those detective shows where I swoop in, wave a magnifying glass, and solve the mystery with a clever twist? That's not what private investigators do. We collect information. We observe. We don't magically clean up people's messes when their lies finally catch up with them.
But they're suing me, Alex! One of them's demanding compensation for emotional distress because I broke off an engagement. Another one says I lied about him being married. Why now? Why are they all turning on me at the same time?
Probably because I gave them the evidence.
Wait, what?
I told you, didn't I? Back when you stole my fiancé, I didn't have enough proof to take legal action. It killed me watching you smirk through it all, untouched. So I started watching, learning, tracking your little adventures.
You followed me?
Not at first. 2 years ago, I hired an agency. The guy they assigned became my husband later on. Ironic, right? Anyway, once I realized how expensive long-term surveillance would be, we had a little idea. Why not handle it ourselves? Use you as a case study. I was training anyway. Figured you'd make the perfect test subject.
So, everything I've done, you've known?
Everything. The junior employee at your office whose boyfriend you stole just to prove you could. The married doctor you seduced at the spa retreat. The sugar daddy whose wife sent you that cease and desist letter. Yeah, I saw that one too.
But that was all ages ago! Why now? Why are they all coming after me now? I thought you forgave me.
Forgave you? For what exactly? For wrecking my engagement? For showing up to my college graduation just to make it about you? For constantly reminding me that no matter how hard I worked, I'd never be as beautiful as you? No, I never forgave you. I just waited.
You hate me that much?
It's not hate, it's justice. You built your life on manipulation and cruelty. And when people stopped calling you out, when they smiled and nodded and let it go, you thought that meant you were loved. But that wasn't love, Rena. That was fear. People didn't speak up because they knew it would only get worse.
That's not true! I'm loved! I'm beautiful! When I smile, people light up! I walk into a room and people notice. That means something!
Sure, your face draws attention. But attention isn't affection, and a smile doesn't cancel out cruelty. You think your looks are a license to do anything you want, and everyone else should just be grateful you looked in their direction. But the truth is, the more you smiled, the more people loathed you.
No, you're just jealous.
I used to be. When I was young, I envied your beauty, your confidence, the way people bent around you like sunlight around glass. But now I see it clearly. You're alone. And all those people you manipulated, they're finally saying what they really think. Because they know you've lost your power. You're not untouchable anymore.
But I am beautiful! I am! I don't deserve this! You're just bitter because I won!
No, Rena, you cheated. You cheated your way through life. You took what wasn't yours. And when the consequences caught up to you, you expected someone else to clean it up. But here's the truth. You've burned every bridge. There's no one left to save you.
You actually went after the family? You dragged them into this mess too?
Yes, I did. You left me to rot while you played the victim. You didn't just ignore me, you ignored them too. And when you suddenly got engaged before I did, you just thought you could push me aside like I was some worthless thing. And then you had the nerve to slap me, to scream at me that my engagement was a disgrace, right in front of our parents. You realize what that is? Assault. A crime. So I collected everything. Photos, recordings, witness statements. And filed a formal complaint.
Wait, you even went home to gather evidence despite all the harassment there?
Exactly. If it wasn't to gather proof, do you think I'd willingly step foot into that hellhole of a family home again? Besides, I had to pack up my things. And if I hadn't kept blocking you on every platform, you would have demanded I show up at the wedding. So I played along just enough to attend smoothly.
If Dad and the others get arrested, there won't be any home left to return to.
Stop playing the victim. I'm not here for your sob story. You only care about losing the family because you wanted to borrow money from them. That's why you're suddenly acting like the tragic heroine. I know exactly what you're thinking and what you'll do next. Because I've seen the cycle too many times. The harassment, the threats, the fake apologies, and I'm not falling for it anymore.
Please, I'm begging you, just lend me some money. I'm broke. I don't have a dime left for the wedding. If I lose everything, I'm done.
Maybe you should just disappear. That would solve everything.
What did you say?
I lost everything because of you. My family, my friends, my fiancé, gone because of you. So I did the same. The people who attended the wedding saw the real you and walked away. You lost your home, your safe place, your sanctuary. Do you think you're the only one who suffered? I've suffered too. Maybe now you'll finally understand what that feels like.
I'm sorry. I won't do anything anymore. Please, just this once. Help me.
No, you never helped me once. Not a single time. So I won't help you. And I'm done being your sister. You wanted to be alone? Now you are. Welcome to your lonely kingdom. Rena ended up overwhelmed by compensation claims from various directions, sinking deep into a debt hell. She sold almost everything she owned, but no matter how much she sold, it was nowhere near enough to cover the amount she owed. Now she works solely to pay off her mounting debts. Naturally, she can't spend any money on beauty or self-care anymore, and the one thing Rena always took pride in, her stunning looks, has faded beyond recognition. She has lost everything. Meanwhile, I received payment from Kevin in return to my husband. Honestly, even though it was for gathering evidence, going back to my parents' house only to be insulted was painful. But finally, I feel like I have cut ties with all those burdens, and it's a relief. With all those complications behind me, I can now plan my wedding without any worries or hesitation. It feels like a fresh start, free from past troubles and full of hope for the future. Rena's situation has become truly desperate. The weight of debts from multiple compensation claims has completely crushed her financially and emotionally. Despite selling off nearly everything she owned, the mountain of debt only seemed to grow, leaving her trapped in a cycle of working just to make minimum payments. Her once radiant appearance, something she took great pride in, has diminished as she's been forced to forego any kind of self-care or beauty expenses. It's heartbreaking to see how much she's lost, not just materially, but also her confidence and spirit. Hey, what's going on? Why didn't you come home? I made dinner, I waited for hours, and you never even called.
What, seriously? You texting me just for that?
It's not just that. I didn't only wait for you. I came home to an empty house. Your mom wasn't there either. No note, no message from either of you. I got worried.
Calm down. She's with me right now, so you don't have to freak out.
Wait, what? She's with you? So you're not working?
Nope. Tonight I took her out for dinner, just the two of us.
Why would you...
Because I'm about to close a massive deal at work, a contract that could totally change everything. We're just waiting on one final stamp and then it's official. When it goes through, I'm looking at a promotion, maybe even a senior position.
That's amazing news! I'm really happy for you. But you took your mom out to celebrate?
Of course I did. Who else would I share this kind of moment with?
Not me?
Come on, don't get all emotional now. We've only been married, what, like a year? My mom, she's been by my side since day one. She raised me alone, worked herself to the bone. Everything I am today, I owe to her. This is her moment, too.
I understand that. I really do. You wanting to honor her, thank her. That's beautiful. But we're married. We're building a life together. When something great happens, shouldn't we be part of it together?
Wow, listen to you talk like you've earned something.
What?
You think you're owed a seat at the table just because you live in the same house as me?
I'm your wife. I care about you, support you, try to make things easier for you at home. Isn't that worth something?
Support me? You mean mooch off me, right? You don't contribute anything real. You're living on my income.
That's not true. I work.
You're a janitor. You clean offices. That barely covers your phone bill, let alone rent or food.
It's still honest work. It may not earn as much, but I'm proud of what I do. I wake up early, I show up every day, I try to do it well.
Yeah, well, pride doesn't pay for the mortgage. Face it, in our household hierarchy, you're at the bottom, and bottom feeders don't get filet mignon.
That's disgusting. Did you even hear yourself?
You're the one who started talking like you deserved to be here with us tonight. I'm just reminding you of your place.
You're not just reminding me, you're belittling me. You are throwing my job, my worth, everything I've done for you, back in my face.
Because you need a reality check. You think being married to me means you're suddenly my equal? You're not! Not when you bring in pennies and expect fine dining.
So what? Because I don't earn as much, I'm not good enough to be included?
Damn right. I wouldn't bring someone like you into a high-class place like this. Imagine you walking in smelling like bleach and floor wax. You'd embarrass me.
You didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say it that way.
Well, maybe now you'll stop pretending this is a partnership. It's not. It's me carrying the weight and you tagging along for the ride.
You're wrong. You're so wrong. I may not make as much as you, but I work hard. I clean buildings so people like you can walk into your offices and act like kings. I don't deserve to be mocked for that.
I'm done with this. You're ruining my night. Go eat whatever you want on your own. Just don't expect me to pick up the pieces every time you feel sorry for yourself.
So that's it? I'm not allowed to be hurt? I'm not allowed to feel like your partner in anything?
If you want to feel important, try bringing something real to the table. Until then, stay in your lane.
Unbelievable. I gave up so much for this marriage, and now I'm just someone to be hidden away when things get nice?
You're making this harder than it needs to be. I'm not your therapist. This conversation's over.
You didn't just shut me out of dinner. You shut me out of your life. Diana, do you have a minute? Of course. What's going on? I'm just really upset right now. I needed someone to talk to before I explode. Oh no, that's not like you. Did you and Richard have a fight or something? A fight? That doesn't even begin to cover it. It feels like something broke between us tonight. Wow, that's serious? This is kind of deja vu, you know. I feel like we used to have these late-night chats all the time. Yeah, sorry. I must sound like I haven't grown up at all. Don't apologize. I'm your sister. Honestly, now that the kids are older and out of the house, I welcome the company. It's nice to be needed again. Thanks. So, Richard, he went out to dinner tonight without telling me. Well, maybe it was a business thing. Work dinners happen. No, that's the thing. He went out with his mother. Just the two of them. No notice, no text, nothing. Wait, what? Are you serious? Dead serious. He told me it was to celebrate some big deal at work that's about to go through. Some kind of contract that'll get him promoted. And he didn't invite you? Why not? He said it's all thanks to his mom. That she's the only one who deserves to celebrate it with him. So, he's a mama's boy now. I don't know. He was raised by a single mother, so I get the bond. I used to see that as a good thing, honestly. I thought it meant he was family-oriented, emotionally thoughtful. I never saw it as a red flag. So, basically, the mask slipped a year into marriage. Exactly. And it's not just about his mom. He talked down to me tonight. It wasn't just exclusion, it was dismissal, like I didn't matter at all. What did he say? He mocked my job. Said I'm just living off his money, that I don't deserve to be included in his success because I clean buildings for a living. He said I'm at the bottom of our household. Oh, hell no. He said that out loud. Word for word. He said he wouldn't bring someone dirty like me to a nice restaurant. Said I'd embarrass him. That's vile. That's not a husband. That's a narcissist with a superiority complex. I thought maybe he was just stressed. But the more he talked, the more it felt like he meant it, like he's been thinking this for a while. Patricia, that's emotional abuse. You don't treat your wife like some peasant because she doesn't wear a suit to work. I know, but part of me still feels ashamed. Like, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Maybe if I just smiled and let him celebrate, none of this would have happened. No, don't you dare turn this around on yourself. You've always been strong, independent, and you've worked hard your whole life. You clean buildings, yes, but you do it with pride. And dignity. Not many people can say that. Thank you. Have you told him how much it hurt? I tried. But he just brushed it off, said I was making it about me and ruining his moment. Then he told me to eat alone and stop bothering him. This isn't about a bad night, it's about respect, and he's showing you that you don't have any in his eyes. And the worst part? I thought I was lucky. When he proposed, I remember thinking, who else would want to marry a woman over 40 with a cleaning job and no children? He made me feel chosen, like I mattered. You do matter, and you don't need to cling to someone just because you think no one else will come along. You've got people who love you. You've got me. Yeah. I think I just didn't want to admit that the man I married isn't who I believed he was. That's one of the hardest things to face, but you can't ignore it forever. So, what now? I think I need to talk to him. Really talk. Because this coldness I've been feeling lately, it didn't start tonight. It's been building, and maybe I just didn't want to see it. You're seeing it now, and that's brave. I just wanted a partner, someone to walk with me through life, not someone who sees me as a stain on his reputation. Then don't let him treat you like one. You're not beneath anyone. And if he can't see that, you need to decide how much more of yourself you're willing to give to someone who won't meet you halfway. I'm scared. That's okay, but you're not alone. And no matter what happens, I'll be right here, every step of the way. Thank you, really. Thank you. You've always taken care of everyone else, Patricia. Maybe it's time to start taking care of you. Hey, are you coming home late again tonight?
For God's sake, I told you I'm swamped with work. I'm not sitting around doing nothing like you. I'm handling big projects, actual business.
I know you're busy. That's not what I'm upset about. We've been through this before, and back then you always texted or called. You never just disappeared on me like this.
Why the hell should I have to check in every time I work late?
Because I cook, I plan meals, I wait, because we live together and I deserve basic respect.
Well, actually, now that you mention it, I've been thinking, let's just stop eating together altogether.
What?
From now on, let's eat separately. You eat when you want, I'll eat when I want. Honestly, sitting down to a meal with you has become unbearable.
Excuse me?
Even Mom says she can't stand being around you anymore.
Why would she say something like that?
Because, I quote, a janitor for a daughter-in-law? She's filthy. I feel sick just being near her.
You said something similar yesterday. You realize how cruel that is, right? I clean for a living, yes, but I disinfect, sanitize, wear gloves. It's not shameful work.
Because I was holding it in, but I'm done pretending.
And until now, you've never said a word against it. Then tell me, why did you marry me in the first place? If you were disgusted, why pretend for even a day?
Because you were useful, that's it.
Useful?
Yeah, you could take care of the house, do the laundry, prep meals, stuff my mom used to do, but she's getting older now and I can't keep dumping it all on her. And eventually she'll need a caregiver. I figured you'd be perfect for the job.
You married me to be your mother's maid?
Exactly. I did it for Mom. I made a practical decision. Do you honestly think I'd choose to marry a wrinkled, low-income cleaning lady otherwise?
You're disgusting.
Oh, come on. Isn't that a touching reason? Taking care of my mother until her final breath? Doesn't that make me the ideal son?
No, it makes you a manipulative, heartless coward.
Don't act like you're some saint. In return, I gave you a decent life, didn't I? Better than whatever gutter you'd be in cleaning toilets.
I never asked for your money.
Whatever. From now on, I don't want to see you at the table. Your presence ruins the taste of my food. You can eat on the floor for all I care.
I'm not an animal, Richard.
Then you can leave. We can get divorced if it bothers you that much.
What?
You heard me. I'm about to get promoted. Real money's coming in. I'll hire professionals to care for Mom. I won't need you anymore. So go ahead, leave. But where will you go, huh? Back to scrubbing tiles for pennies? You wouldn't last a month without me.
Is that what you really believe? That I'm worthless without you?
I don't believe it. I know it. You're nothing without my name, my house, my paycheck. You're just a tired, aging janitor in a world that doesn't value women like you. So be smart. Bow your head, follow our rules, and we'll let you stay.
Let me stay?
Exactly. Accept your place. You're beneath us. Me and Mom. You exist to serve.
And you don't think you'll ever regret saying this?
Regret? You? Don't make me laugh.
No, I meant you, Richard. You really think I'll stay here and let you humiliate me?
You'll stay. You don't have a choice.
Then you don't know me at all.
Sure, let me know how the streets treat you. This house is mine. Everything in it is mine. You're just a guest, a disposable one.
You are wrong. So wrong. Enjoy your rules. I'll be gone before your next meal.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
What are you talking about now?
I saw you just now.
Saw me where?
At that fancy restaurant I told you about. I took Mom there again tonight, as usual. And guess who I see coming out?
Oh, that must have been a surprise.
Yeah, no kidding. You just strutted out like some damn celebrity, all dressed up. Who the hell gave you permission to eat there, huh? That place isn't for people like you.
I don't really see what the problem is. We agreed to eat separately from now on, didn't we? You insisted on that little rule, remember? So I went and enjoyed dinner on my own. I followed your rule. Why are you yelling at me?
Because of the damn bill! That place costs a fortune! Tell me right now, how did you pay for it? Don't tell me you used my money for this.
No, I didn't. I'm not that shameless. Whenever I go out somewhere nice like that, I pay with my own money.
Your money? Don't make me laugh. Any money you have is part of our household finances. That's our money, not yours. It's called shared property, genius. You don't get to spend it like it's some personal allowance.
Then by your logic, shouldn't you be asking me before you eat out too?
That's different. I earn real money, a lot of it. Your pathetic little paychecks don't give you the right to blow it all on gourmet food. That money's supposed to go toward our life together.
You're very fond of double standards, aren't you? But don't worry, I didn't use money from my cleaning job.
What?
I said the money I used wasn't from cleaning. It was from my other income.
What other income?
From my companies, the ones I run as CEO.
What are you talking about? Are you high? You, a CEO?
Yes. I manage several companies, quietly of course. I don't advertise it, especially not at home.
Okay, now I know you're messing with me. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You don't have to believe me. Honestly, I don't care if you do or not. It doesn't change anything for me.
Then explain this. What about the whole cleaning lady routine? Was that just some elaborate lie?
No, that part was always true. I really do clean, still.
You expect me to believe that a rich CEO spends her time scrubbing toilets in her free time? Come on, at least make your lies believable.
It's not a lie. I clean to remind myself of who I used to be, of where I came from. Before I became successful, I struggled. I cleaned just to put food on the table. I do it now, from time to time, to stay grounded. To never forget how far I've come and what it felt like to have nothing.
This is so stupid. You're seriously trying to feed me this ridiculous story?
If it's too unbelievable, ask Diana. She's one of the few people who knows. She's seen the real me, behind the mop.
Oh, I will ask her. And if it turns out you're lying, you can bet your fancy dinner bill is coming back as a loan. I'll make you pay it back, every last cent, with interest.
Do what you have to do.
Diana, hey, it's Richard. Sorry to call you out of the blue.
Richard? Well, this is unexpected. Is something wrong?
Yeah, sort of. It's about Patricia. She's been saying some weird things lately.
Weird? Like what?
She suddenly claimed she owns a company, that she's some kind of CEO.
Oh, and you think that's strange?
Yes! I caught her eating at this ridiculously expensive restaurant, on her own, by the way, and when I asked what she thought she was doing spending my money like that, she just casually says, I paid for it myself. I'm a company president. Can you believe that?
And what exactly is the problem here?
The problem is I'm the one who brings in the income. She's a cleaner, Diana. You know that. No way she could afford stuff like that on her salary. So either she's lying or she's up to something shady.
Did it ever occur to you that maybe she paid for it with her own money? Money she earned without your help?
She said that, but come on, you and I both know what cleaners get paid. It's barely enough to cover rent, let alone luxury restaurants.
Actually, no. If what she said is true, and I believe it is, then she didn't use your money. She used hers.
Wait, you're taking her side now?
I'm not taking sides, Richard. I'm telling you the truth. Patricia is the president of a company. In fact, of multiple companies.
What? You're seriously telling me she's been running companies behind my back? Since when?
Since before she even met you. Let me explain. Back when she graduated college, it was during a time when jobs were almost impossible to come by. She couldn't get hired anywhere, not even for entry-level office work, so she took up cleaning jobs just to get by. And while doing that, she quietly saved money, learned what she could, and eventually started her own little business.
What kind of business?
Fashion, apparel. It started out small, selling handmade designs online, but they took off. Soon she had one store, then another. Then she reinvested, branched out, and before long she had built something solid, something real. She doesn't brag, she doesn't flaunt it, but she's a serious entrepreneur now, more successful than most people I know.
So you're telling me she's actually rich?
Yes, but it's not just about the money, it's about how hard she worked for it. She built everything from scratch, with no support, no shortcuts, and certainly no help from men like you.
Then why the hell didn't she tell me any of this? We're married! Is that her idea of a healthy relationship? Just hiding everything from her husband?
She had her reasons. You weren't her first husband, you know. The last man she was with, he only saw her money. He married her, bled her dry emotionally, and tried to control her every step of the way. It took everything she had to get out of that. Since then, she's been careful about who she trusts, careful about what she reveals, especially to men.
So you're saying she just decided I wasn't worth trusting either?
She wanted to believe in you. She tried, but over time it became clear you weren't in love with her. You loved what she did for you, how she kept things clean, how she made your life easier, how she never complained. You saw her as useful, not as an equal.
Is that what she told you?
Yes, and you know what? I believe her. Because I've seen the way you talk about her, the way you treat her like a servant in her own home.
That's not fair. I've taken care of her. I've provided for her.
She didn't need your provision. She needed your respect.
So what now? You expect us to just get a divorce over this nonsense?
Yes, I think that would be best for both of you. She deserves someone who sees her as a partner, not a tool. And you, well, maybe you need some time to reflect on what it really means to be with someone.
You don't get to dictate what happens in my marriage. Diana, listen to me carefully. Don't you dare go running your mouth to Patricia. You have no right to interfere. None!
I'm not interfering, Richard. I'm simply supporting someone I care about. And that means helping her see the truth, that she deserves better than what she settled for.
You think I don't want her to be happy? I do! I'll make her happy! I just need you to stay out of this and stop poisoning her against me!
If you truly wanted her happiness, you'd let her go. You'd let her be free to live without hiding who she really is.
You've said enough. Thanks for the information, but I'll handle things from here. Just stay out of it, all right?
You don't get to tell me what to do, Richard. Not now. Not ever.
Fine, whatever. Thanks for enlightening me. Guess I never really knew my own wife.
No, Richard. You just never bothered to.
Patricia, where the hell did you go?
Excuse me?
I came home early, I canceled dinner plans, walked out of the restaurant because I wanted to talk to you. I get home and you're just gone. No note, no message. What the hell is going on?
I thought we agreed to stop monitoring each other's every move. Wasn't that what you said last week? That we needed space? So why do I owe you an explanation now?
Look, I know. I said some things. Stupid, mean things. I was stressed. Work's been overwhelming and I took it out on you. That's not right. That's not fair. I'm sorry, okay?
Apology noted, but I've stopped waiting for them to mean anything.
Pat, don't say that, please. I'm trying to fix this. I swear to you, I'll never talk to you like that again. I'll never make you feel small again. Can we just sit down, talk about things, maybe have a drink together like we used to? Talk about where this family is going?
A drink?
Yeah, just something simple. You and me on the couch. No yelling, no accusations, just us. Isn't that what we need?
You mean like the us you dismissed 2 nights ago? Or the us you walked out on last month when you said this marriage was dead weight?
I was angry. I didn't mean half the crap I said. You know how I get when pressure builds up at work.
You lash out at me. That's how you get.
I'm telling you, it won't happen again. And my mom, she's been saying she wants to talk with you too. She's worried about you.
Now that's funny. Your mother couldn't stand me 2 weeks ago. She practically cheered when we stopped eating dinner together. Now she wants to talk? Is that because she heard about my company?
Well, I mean, yeah, I didn't realize you were a CEO. That was news to all of us.
Oh, save it. You didn't care what I did until you realized I had more money than you. I've met plenty of men like you. Charming when it suits them, full of empty promises when things slip from their grasp. Don't think I can't see through you.
Come on, that's not fair.
What isn't fair is the way you treated me. You ridiculed my work, dismissed my ideas, rolled your eyes every time I spoke up. I begged you to go to therapy. You laughed. I asked for support. You said I was being dramatic, and now suddenly I'm worth listening to again?
All right, fine. If this is all about money...
Don't twist this. It was never about money. It's about respect. Which you've never given me.
So what, you're just leaving?
Yes, I'm not coming back to that house.
Are you kidding me right now? What are you even saying?
I'm saying it's over. This marriage is over. I want a divorce.
You can't be serious. Over this?
Over years of this. Over constant emotional neglect. Over insults you call jokes and tantrums you call just stress. I've made up my mind, Brad. I've already moved into a new apartment. I'll have the divorce papers sent to you by the end of the week.
You're gonna throw everything away just like that? What about everything we built together?
You mean the life I built while you scoffed at every step? Let's be clear. Most of the assets I have, I earned before we got married. They're mine, legally and morally.
You still made money during the marriage. You know damn well I'm entitled to a share.
Yes, marital assets will be divided, but don't think for a second you're walking away with half of what I built alone. Also, let's not forget why we're divorcing. Your treatment of me was the cause, which means by law, you get less. A lot less.
Wait, what? That's not fair!
You're welcome to take that up with my attorney, but I'll be seeking alimony and damages. You'll be hearing from them soon.
This is insane! You're acting like I'm some monster! I'm not! People fight! Couples fight! It's normal!
You're right. Couples do fight. But this wasn't fighting. This was a slow erosion of love and trust and safety. And I won't spend another year hoping you'll change.
So that's it? You're just gonna disappear and let the lawyers do the rest?
Exactly. I won't engage in screaming matches. I won't be manipulated by last-minute guilt. And I won't waste any more time trying to fix something you destroyed piece by piece.
Patricia, wait, don't do this!
Goodbye, Brad. And please, have the dignity not to turn this into a circus. Handle it through your lawyer. I'm done giving you more than you deserve.
You really think you can just do that and walk away like nothing happened?
Excuse me?
Don't act innocent with me. We're divorced. Yeah, I got that loud and clear. But that doesn't mean you get to keep screwing with my life.
I haven't done a thing. In fact, I've gone out of my way to avoid any contact with you. That was the whole point of the divorce, wasn't it?
Then why the hell did the deal fall through? I had that contract locked. It was practically done, and then poof, gone. And you know what they told me?
Let me guess, that the company declined to move forward?
No! They said you pulled the plug! Your company! Because apparently you're the damn CEO! And all it took was one word from you and it was over!
Correct. I did cancel it.
Unbelievable! You don't see anything wrong with that?
No, I don't. I told you, I don't want anything to do with you. Professionally, personally, entirely.
That doesn't give you the right to sabotage my work! You're abusing your position just to get back at me!
Is that what you've convinced yourself of? Let me make something very clear. It was a mistake from the beginning that we were even considering working with your company. You had nothing we needed.
Then why did it get as far as it did?
Because I let it. I knew you were struggling, complaining about poor performance, lack of recognition. You sounded so desperate, I figured giving you a win might help you get back on your feet. Call it pity. But once the divorce went through, I realized there was no reason to keep pretending.
So, the whole thing, you were just humoring me?
Yes, and for the record, my team never wanted to greenlight it. They were relieved when I told them we weren't moving forward. The decision was unanimous after I told them the connection to you was no longer relevant.
Do you have any idea what this cost me? This deal was my ticket to promotion! I already spent money on my mom, on gifts, on promises I can't afford anymore! And then your damn alimony payments on top of that?
That's not my problem, Brad. You created this mess. Maybe next time, don't blow through cash you haven't earned yet.
You ruined me! You wanted to see me fail!
No, you did that all by yourself. All I did was stop protecting you from consequences. which I should have done years ago.
Patricia, please! Just this one deal! Let it go through! I'll stay out of your life forever after that, I swear!
You already promised to stay out of my life. Funny how quickly that crumbles when things stop going your way.
I'm begging you! I've got nothing left! If I don't land this deal or something like it, I'm done! No promotion, no money, no career! This job, it's all I have! Don't take that too!
That job was your responsibility, not mine. You don't get to come crawling back and ask for favors after all the damage you did.
I get it, okay? I was a jerk, a bad husband, but I'm not asking for love or forgiveness. I'm just asking for mercy.
You should have thought about that before you tore me down, laughed at my ideas, ignored my boundaries, and treated me like an inconvenience. You don't get to ask for kindness now that karma's collecting the debt.
So that's it? You're gonna let me drown?
You're not drowning, Brad. You're finally standing in the flood you poured on everyone else for years.
You're really enjoying this, aren't you?
No, honestly, it's exhausting. But it is necessary. I'm not just protecting myself anymore. I have employees who count on me. A company culture to uphold. We don't work with bullies or manipulators, especially not washed-up salesmen with an ego problem and no track record.
You think you're better than everyone just because you made some money?
No, I think I'm better than you, because I built something with integrity while you coasted on arrogance and favors. And now those favors have dried up.
God, you're heartless!
No, I just finally grew a spine. You used to call me weak for caring too much. Now that I don't care at all, you call me cruel. Make up your mind.
So what now? You just walk away?
That's the plan. There's no deal, no loophole, no redemption arc. Just a clean break, exactly what I asked for when I signed the divorce papers.
You'll regret this.
I already regret ever trusting you in the first place. Now please, leave. And if you show up again uninvited, my legal team will make sure you regret that too.
You really mean that?
Every word. Now get out of my life. After everything that happened, I heard that Richard tried really hard at his sales job, but despite his efforts, he couldn't close a single contract. Because of that, he was eventually transferred to a dead-end department, basically a desk job where there was nothing meaningful to do. It wasn't surprising, really. He had always been treated as a burden by the company, and it seemed like this transfer was just the next step in pushing him aside. With no steady income and a worsening financial situation, things between Richard and his mother started to deteriorate badly. Their relationship grew tense and uncomfortable. Eventually, they decided to live separately within the same house, each taking a different room just to avoid constantly clashing or interfering in each other's lives. I heard this from a family member, and it made me realize just how fragile their family ties had become. Meanwhile, I'm still managing my own company while also working as a cleaner to make ends meet. This whole experience has been a harsh lesson. It made me painfully aware that I really have no talent for judging character, especially in men. I gave too much trust, only to be hurt in return. But after deciding to live on my own and rely on myself from now on, I feel much more at peace. My mind is clearer. And I carry a lighter heart than ever before. I'm no longer weighed down by past mistakes or the burden of others' drama. One thing I keep thinking about is my sister, who has always stood by me no matter what. I want her to be truly happy, and I wonder what I can do to support her in her own life. She's been my rock, and it's time I try to be hers too. That's where I'm at now. moving forward, focusing on myself, and hoping for better days for both of us. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.